Tom Keneally, in this new book you write, I am a codger having his last good rant. Do you really think it's your last rant?
Well, I'm not putting my hand up for being terminated, but I won't have a choice. I hope there's time for another rant. I've got a whole series of thoughts on women and feminism, what ought to be taught to boys in high school. That's far more important than trigonometry. And I got all sorts of... when you're about to have your license terminated by the cosmos, there's a rush of concepts. And so I hope there'll be room for yet another last good rant.
You were diagnosed with esophageal cancer a few years ago. What did it cause you to think about in relation to your own mortality?
Well, it certainly made me feel close to death, that death was part of the program, part of the naturalness of the program, rather than the when I was young, I thought of death as an anomaly, that when we got advanced enough, we might abolish. And we might abolish it for a long life, even longer than I've had. I'm 86 now, I'm very fortunate. But Harari talks about our grandchildren being full of nanorobots, which will make us live till we're at least 150. I'm not sure I want Stalin and Hitler to live to 150, but there you go. So the 86, I think, in our grandchildren's or in your children's time will not be an advanced age. Even for Manly, where I live, it's full of old codgers my age who can swim from Manly to Circular Quay or walk from Manly to the Spit Bridge and back every day.
Kind of changes the definition of being a codger, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Do you hold out any hope of seeing Australia become a republic before you shuffle off the coil?
Oh, look, I'd love to see it. I know it's not going to happen until Her Madge is finished with her tenure. And as many Republicans frankly say, they admire the woman as in the good sense, an operator for her cause, and a symbol of cohesion throughout the Commonwealth. But I think as big grown-up people, we should get a flat of our own and we should give the chief key to a notable Australian.
One of the things that you write about in your book a lot is how much you adore being a grandparent. What have you found transformational about that?
Oh, well, first of all, you fall in love with the little sods. Your daughter's suddenly pregnant after years of expectation that she might get pregnant. And then you think, well, I don't want to see a lot of this kid. Maybe every Easter, have them into the study, and if they behave themselves and don't poo on the carpet, give them a boiled lolly and say goodbye to next Easter. But when I saw the child for the first time on its first day, living as an external person on its own on this earth, I just went crazy for the kid. And I went crazy for each of them. Now, the child reintroduces us to seeing the things that the way children do, and grandchildren make you do things you would never do otherwise. You do things oh God, the tubes of death, which are the water tubes of the world. I was forced to go on them when I was past water tubes, for God's sake. And I've been many times on the tubes of death at the order of grandchildren.
You write, being a parent is like being a slightly bewildered NCO in the trenches with fear of fatal consequences all around, of great demons and massive dangers, of mud, shit and unprettiness at every turn. To be a grandfather is a little like being the general back at the chateau, writing dispatches on the bravery of the troops, besotted with admiration for them, but with the warm knowledge there'll be time for wine at dinner. You've nailed it, I think.
Yes, that's what I love, that you can enter into a conspiracy with them against the parents. You can really get even for any embarrassment your children ever caused you by conspiring with the grandchildren. And they love slightly improper rhymes. Poo and bottom rhymes. And they are willing to get you to sing improbable little ditties about. I had a set of, we often on a walk passed a set of loos that were automatic and played jazz, French style loos, press button. And I invented a song that began, always play some Mozart in the loo. It helps you do a more symphonic poo. And the grandkids loved it. And my daughter hated it.
Tom, it has been a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you for joining us.
And God save us all, says Tiny Tim, and God bless Australia.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.